Well, we are at week 6, mostly through the season, and it is a crazy NFL season. Lots of crazy things happening. I'm trying to figure out who's good in the NFL, who's not good in the NFL. You've got the Ravens starting terrible, 1-5. You've got the Chiefs. They're playing tonight as the time we're doing this. They haven't played yet. They're about to start. They could be 2-4. Tampa could be. Tampa Bay is rolling. The 49ers are like a G League team that somehow have a good record. The Eagles...
The Ravens is crazy because they have legitimately like an identity crisis, which is the first time in probably 20 years.
They're like almost, they're 3.5 games, I think, behind Pittsburgh. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. The Eagles offense is struggling right now, but everybody's jumping off the hill right now, the cliff, and they're still, if I'm looking right, 4-2?
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty good record. Green Bay, they're confusing. I don't know what to think. Buffalo's not impressive.
Oh my gosh, don't get me started about Green Bay. Like 1 week I'm like, yeah, they're legit.
Yeah, the Chargers barely beat the Dolphins, who are absolutely terrible. The Jags lose.
They barely beat the Bengals. And the Bengals have Joe Flacco.
The Bengals are horrible. They are horrible. They are horrible. So I don't know who's doing what. And you know who's doing good? Everybody had the Patriots right at the top and the Colts.
Yeah.
They're looking really good. So I don't know. I'm a little confused. Who do you think's actually good right now? We got Trent. We got Cameron behind the scenes. We got Drew.
I just want to put out there that everyone looked at me funny when I said the Colts were legit. Okay. Everyone looked at me funny earlier in the season when I said the Colts were legit.
Yes. They're legit.
I don't care, man.
My goodness. They are playing good.
Their tight end, Tyler Warren,
yes,
is a freak of nature. That guy's epic. The fact that the Bears, like, this just screams the Bears are the Bears, okay? They took Colston Loveland over Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren runs the ball. He gets more touches at running back than Colston Loveland gets passes caught.
I've caught almost as many passes as Colston.
Yes.
Loveland.
It's insane. Loveland. And like everyone going into the draft was like, Tyler Warren's clear-cut number one tight end. Clear-cut number one tight end. Yep. And then the Bears take Colston freaking Loveland.
Doesn't make any sense.
And now you have Tyler Warren making them look like a bunch of idiots. The Bears will be always the Bears.
Because of those decision-making processes. So I want to say this. So first of all, for those of you watching, hit the subscribe button. It means a lot to us. But also put in there, who is legit? Do you think the Seahawks are legit? They have a good defense. They're playing well. They've barely lost a couple games. They could be.
JSN's playing wide receiver one.
JSN is a legit wide receiver.
He's a stud.
He's making.
Let me just tell you his stats for today.
He's making Cooper Kupp look like a reserve player.
Yeah. Let me just tell you JSN's stats for today. Yeah. You're gonna hear this and you're gonna be like, because guess what? The game was 20-12. It's not a big game. Yeah. Not a big deal. Guess what JSN's stats were? 8 receptions, 162 freaking yards, and a touchdown. Just a quick tutty. Yeah. Just a color 150 and a tutty. Yeah. Not a big deal. You know he's already at almost 700 yards for the season.
Yeah, he's a
in
stud.
Like 6 games.
He's a stud.
Gosh darn. You know, okay. Actually, I saw this on Facebook today. Just thinking about this is the most insane thing you ever think about. Go back and think about that Ohio State wide receiver room. How do they not win a chip? They had Marvin Harrison Jr., Amik Ebuka.
Ebuka is killing it this year. He just got hurt, but he's killing it this year.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. And then there's a sixth one. Who's the sixth one?
Ohio State.
The sixth one you're not going to really know that much because he did transfer. But he was at Ohio State when those 5 were on the team. Oh, what was his name? Oh, it's going to bother me. But that wide receiver room is nutty.
That is bananas, and they've got a stud wide receiver right now that's going to be about the best that's coming out in a long time.
What's his name? Gosh, he's gross. I just saw him getting a tussle this last game.
Well, and I also want to say, in the Patriots, they're playing really well this year. Yeah. They're 4-2. And that was a team that I did have making the playoffs. I was laughed at.
It's because Stephon Diggs decided to play football again.
Yeah. So, well, I think Drake May looks pretty good.
Gross.
Drake May, he's looking good. But they also did things that teams are not doing. I don't understand why they won't. But they improved their offensive line. And when you improve your offensive line, you give a quarterback a chance.
Bengals, take notes.
Yes, the Bengals are exactly. Why pay massive receivers when you don't have a chance to throw to receivers when you're in an ambulance? You got to have a chance to throw. And it's insane that they don't. So, right, I want to know, who do you think is legit in the NFL right now? Who are the top teams? Trent, what do you think? Top teams, NFL. I don't think there's a clear-cut leader.
No,
I think the Lions.
I think this is
look
the most.
good.
I think it's the most confused the NFL's been
Yes.
by week 6 in a long time.
Yes.
I mean, we're pretty common at this point to like. There's usually one NFC team where we're like, we're pretty sure they're the top contender, and then there's usually an AFC team where everyone's like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. Don't even think about anyone else. This is it. And then there's the Chiefs where you're like, they're always in the conversation.
Yeah.
You know, like that's been
I
like,
love my team.
yeah, that's been like the last 4 or 5 years. There's like a maybe we're pretty sure NFC contender. There's a guaranteed AFC they're going to the Super Bowl contender, and then there's the Chiefs. And that's literally like what our seasons have been like for the last 4 or 5 years.
So if and it's a big if, but if the Chiefs lose today, that's hard. I mean, that's hard falling 2-4. They haven't been that rough at the start. But when the league is this wide open, they'd have a chance to come back. But I think Denver looks good right now. Denver's defense.
Did
looks
you watch
legit.
the Jets game this morning at 8 a.m. in the morning?
I did not get up at 8 a.m. this morning.
13-11. They beat
won-
the Jets by 2 points.
The Jets had negative 10.
I'm talking-
They had negative 10 yards of passing today.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
and they
saying.
only lost by 2
I'm saying, though,
to the team that gave the Philadelphia Eagles their first loss.
I know. What's weird is that's the other thing that's happening this year is a team will beat somebody and you're like, oh, there's something. Then they lose to like the worst team in the league and you're like, what in the world just happened?
Any given Sunday.
We have no idea. I think the Broncos defense is really good,
Yeah.
which is why they gave up the 11 points.
In the NFC, I'm going to tell you right now what teams are legit contenders.
'Kay.
That just like I'm telling you, that roster has a good chance of making a Super Bowl.
Okay.
And I'm going to leave my Eagles out just for sake of conversation.
Okay, but the Eagles
The Rams are legit.
Okay.
The Rams are legit contenders.
Because of their defense. And Matt Stafford's playing better, too.
That defense
Puka
is
is-
so young. They are only going to get better through the year.
Yeah.
And then Puka Nacua is an absolute assassin.
Yeah.
And Devontae Adams, they have 2 running backs, Blake Corum, Kyron Williams, Matthew Stafford's older, but he can still sling it.
Yeah.
I mean, that team's legit.
Yep.
That team's legit. And then the other NFC team that I think is legit is the Buccaneers. I think that team is
The Buccaneers.
Yeah.
What about the Lions? If the Lions win today, they're 5-1.
I don't know.
I think they're a contender.
I think the Lions might be a contender, but I don't know to the level that maybe we've thought of them in the past. Their defense isn't the same.
No, but
I don't, in my opinion. And they have Aiden Hutchinson back right now, who's a stud.
Yeah.
I don't think that defense is the same.
Yeah, and we don't know where Green Bay will be at the end of the season.
No,
Washington.
Green Bay's confusing.
Yeah.
Carolina's playing good.
Washington's
They beat the Cowboys
confusing.
today.
I mean, listen, there's probably 10 NFC football teams right now where you could probably make a case for them to be legit.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just add a couple. So there's the Packers, the Lions, the Commanders,
Carolina, Seattle.
Seattle, Rams. I'd even argue to maybe throw the Cardinals in there, but probably not.
No.
Listen,
Let's
no, not
do
the
that.
Cardinals. They're the bottom.
Okay,
part of
okay.
it.
I will
Okay,
say
okay.
also,
Hey.
if the Giants keep playing the way they're playing,
I mean, that was 5 right there, and I didn't even name any Eagles. I didn't name the Cowboys. I didn't name a lot of teams.
Can't name them, but we're gonna try to name some of them in a little bit.
Okay.
So we're gonna have our time. So,
But in the AFC,
yeah, AFC, you got Bills.
I think the Bills are still the leader.
Okay,
I think that's it for the most part. I
yeah.
would say the Bills are the legit
I think
team.
Denver with a defense like that can beat anybody
I
at
don't
any
know.
time.
Not with 13 points against
No,
the Jets.
But I'm just saying their defense. If you have a good defense, you have a chance. I wouldn't say they're like a strong contender, but they'd have a chance. The Chiefs are always going to be in there. Unless they lose too many games here early on in the season, they could play their way out of it. I don't think
doesn't
there's
matter.
many other teams.
the Chargers.
Until the Chiefs don't make it to the
Chargers.
playoffs.
Chargers, Jacksonville, Indiana.
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
The
Colts.
Colts are legit.
Yeah, you got to say the
Pittsburgh.
Colts. The Colts are deserving some love.
The Colts are legit, and they
Pittsburgh.
actually have a solid defense too.
Yeah. But none of these teams, it's like, usually by now there's like a runaway team. You're like, okay, that's a team to beat. And there's not like that's the team to beat right now.
I personally think probably the most scary team in the AFC right now is the Chargers. They just seem to have the most like
they have a lot of talent
team,
and their coach is legit.
Yeah, and then NFC, I'd probably say right now the scariest team is Tampa.
Yeah, I mean, think about how much scarier Tampa's going to be when they get all their people back healthy.
Yeah, and. Oh man, yeah. When they get this, and what about the running back? I don't know how to say his name. Rico Dowdle.
Dowdle.
He just had like 240 yards, all-purpose yards today.
Yeah,
and
it's against his old football
team. But last week he had a great week too. Yeah. The last 2 weeks he has been like killing it. Anyway, the NFL it's fun and it's aggravating and there's anxiety. And in the same season, look at last year. Eagles win it all, right?
Yeah.
In the season, they're like, Sirianni can't lead them to it, and Jalen Hurts can't win a Super Bowl. And then the next question is, could we have a dynasty on the team? There's up and down through the season. There's ebbs and flows. Let's move to the Eagles. Our team's overreacting because it's too early. They're still 4-2. There's just a lot of chatter since they've lost 2 games in a row. Do you think teams or people are overreacting? What do you think, Trent?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's okay.
I mean, listen, this is the thing, okay? This is what I wanted to get into when we were sitting downstairs and we're all just talking about these football games, okay? The problem that the Eagles have now, and the Kansas City Chiefs have had for years now, that a lot of football teams are not going to understand. And I mean a lot of football teams. We get everybody's best punch.
Mm-hmm, sure.
People walk on the field and they go, this is our Super Bowl for the year.
Yep.
They look at us and they go, if we can beat the Philadelphia Eagles, everyone will praise our name.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens? Everyone gives us their very, very best every time we play.
Sure.
Look at the Broncos. They can barely beat a sorry Jets team. But against the Eagles, they were great. They were fantastic. It's because they actually had to try. Okay, look at the Giants. The Giants are 1-4 before they play the Eagles. Yeah. All of a sudden, they look like Super Bowl MVPs.
Well, you have to also remember the only reason that the Giants are 2-3 right now is because for the first 3 weeks they started Russell Wilson.
Well, they're 2-4, but yes, you're right because Russell Wilson sat.
They started Russell Wilson, and now they started Jackson Dart, and he's beat
which they should have done from the
Chargers, and they beat the Eagles.
Yeah. Listen, Dart's legit. I like Dart a lot, which is why it's hard for me. It's hard for me to like Dart because we're gonna play him twice a year. That's like the same issue I have with I like Jaden Daniels. I like Jaden Daniels a lot. But I gotta play this stupid guy twice a year. It doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside, you know. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's overreacting. We're gonna be fine. Ultimately, does that loss sting? Yeah, it stings a lot because it's an in-conference loss, which means it could count towards actual legitimate points.
Yeah.
But is it the end of the world? No. I mean, we're still 4-2.
Yeah.
We still got the most handsome quarterback in the league.
Let's give it.
I don't know that one.
Let's give it some time. Get your offensive line all back. And they're 4-2, and let's just chill. And maybe there is problems, and maybe there's not. But to overreact like it's factually this or that, if they go win 3 in a row, everybody's going to be like, see, it's just, I hate overreaction. It drives me so crazy.
Shout out to all my Cowboys fans that texted me during the week after the Eagles lost, and they're like, man, it sucks to be an Eagles fan. They lose to the Carolina Panthers. The Cowboys right now are 2-3-1. Oh, man.
Yeah, well, okay, so... we had the 49ers game versus the Tampa Bay game. And going into the game, there was 43 players combined not playing in this game that were injured. Now, you have 11 on offense, 11 on defense. That's 22. Each team has 22 starters. That'd be 44 starters. Now, this is some subs, obviously. And, this is like a preseason game. You don't know half the people, and it was 2 4-1 teams in Tampa Bay. Anyway, it was an interesting game. I don't think there'll be anything like this in the future if they play each other later on. I don't know if the 49ers will be there or not because they're just dropping more people like flies. But the Buccaneers look like a legit team. I mean, even though they are without Evans, without Irving, without who else? Godwin, without all their cornerbacks. Baker Mayfield is ridiculous right now, right? Okay, so I'll move this up, and I just want to say this. Who do you guys have as the MVP? Because, you guys said this before, and it has definitely come to fruition. I have, and I told Cameron this last week. I believe it was Cameron. I said this last week that I have become a Baker fan. I have seen him really mature, and he has balled out. And to see a guy fall down and get up, there's nothing better in the world.
Has he matured, or
Yes.
do we just look at it differently?
No, he's matured.
I don't know.
No, when you watch early
I
Baker,
don't know. Did you just watch him the other day? He was in the tunnel, and this fans
With the
with
Seahawks,
with the Seahawks, and you know how the Seahawks fans are. I mean, they'll say whatever. They literally were like telling Geno Smith some awful things right after he went to the Raiders. Okay,
yeah.
so Baker's in the tunnel, and they're about to all run out to the field, and the fans like saying some awful things to Baker, and Baker just turns. And he starts jacking at him. I mean, he was going after him. And I'm like, see, if he would have done that when he was at the Browns, though, we would have been like, oh, he's just a kid. He's such an idiot. Oh, he needs to grow up. He needs to mature.
There is some of that. But no, in his interviews and everything, he gives credit to everybody else. He's the first to be.
He's just media trained.
He's just, he's talked about some changes in his life, and I believe it. And I just think he's grown. And I think sometimes
I bet you still catch him at the Cheesecake Factory on a Friday night.
Well, I'm not saying he's still not very confident individual, and he's going to get into tussles with people. I think the guy has grown up, and I respect what he's done.
No,
and
he's fantastic.
He was the number one pick, and was let go for nothing, and then went to Carolina, was okay, and gone to Tampa Bay, refound himself. And he is at the top of the league.
Hey, don't forget
I think
the Rams.
he's the MVP.
Don't forget the
Actually,
Rams.
his stop with the LA Rams is the reason
And
that
the
he made
Rams.
it to the Bucks.
And the Rams.
If
yes.
it wasn't for his stop with
Yes.
the Rams, he would have
Yeah,
never
he
made
went
it to
to
the
Homie
Bucks
was there
right.
for 20 hours and then was thrown on the field.
and won a
and
football
won.
game.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he
When Sean McVay, who's supposed to be one of the greatest offensive minds in the world, okay, comes out and says, I trust this guy within 20 hours of joining the team
Yeah.
to win a football game,
Yeah.
that says something about who you are as a football player.
So do you agree Baker Mayfield early MVP?
Yeah, he's my MVP. He's my GOAT.
What about you, Cameron?
Yeah, I like.
But he is the Brett Favre of our time. I just want to put that out there right now. Like all the people who were fans of Brett Favre back in the day,
Yeah,
that is Baker Mayfield.
He's a
today.
gunslinger.
He's a gunslinger.
Yeah.
He'll do what he wants, says
Yeah.
what he wants, acts how he
So
wants.
I'll tell you, today, he had a play against the 49ers that as a 49er fan, if we sack him, we're in a great place. And he got out of it, ran. I was like, that guy's a stud. I mean, that killed us. That was like to me about the play of the year, what he just did. And then he reaches out for the first down in a big play. He's legit. Okay, so Cameron, you think he's the leader right now?
I like Baker. I just don't. I don't think there's any like clear, obvious front runner. But I mean, if I had to pick someone, it would probably be Baker right now.
Okay, so rookie,
Wait,
most
hold
valuable.
on.
Yes.
Time out though.
Yes.
I do want to say, one of the things I love about Baker Mayfield is one day he's gonna be aged out, not playing football anymore, and we're all gonna look back and go, that guy was entertaining to watch.
Oh yeah.
He is so entertaining to watch.
He was
football.
entertaining.
Remember when Terrell Owens broke his leg and then he played in the Super Bowl against the Patriots?
Yeah, his foot,
and he's
yeah.
on the sidelines and he's screaming in the camera. He's like, I'm on one broken leg and they can't stop me.
I
You know?
love me some me.
Yeah, okay. That's Baker Mayfield. That guy can
Yeah.
have 2 broken legs.
He's good
a
TV.
broken collarbone.
Yes.
His eye could be popped in his head. You know, he
Yeah.
could have a cut down his face, and he's still playing football.
Oh, yeah.
He's not coming out of the game unless you absolutely they'd have to cart him off.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. He's a guy that at the end of the game can throw a big interception, and you look at him and say, "It's all right." We love the fact that you go for it because
Other
he's
than-
going to go
yeah.
for it.
Other than Baker, I mean, there's Josh Allen. But like Josh Allen's just doing Josh Allen things.
Josh Allen, I think,
Bills
is at a
just are
different.
kinda,
He's just a. Josh Allen has the most talent. He is a freak show, and he's great. And I would say he's in the category of MVP. I just think
I think he's just playing kind of mediocre this year.
Baker though is doing this without Evans, without Godwin, without Irving, without cornerbacks on defense. So he's having to outscore teams. He's doing everything. He's doing it with
could
his
you name a
legs.
Bills receiver right now?
Yeah, there's. I mean, they had was it
Khalil Shakir.
Coleman. They've got
Coleman's gross. I like Coleman.
they got 3, but they're not.
Yeah, I was just
Mari
putting
Cooper
that point,
retired.
Putting that point that like the Bills also don't have receivers.
Yeah.
Like they don't.
No,
have any
that's
star
true,
power
and they
receiver.
don't have the run. They didn't have the running back before the same. I mean, well,
James Cook is really good.
Cook
James
is a
Cook
stud.
is good.
Yeah.
Cook is actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cook is really good. Okay, so I'm going to do something here. We haven't done this before. Okay, and I would like people, if they'd write in the comments this. We're going to give Trent time to talk about the Eagles. Cameron's going to have time to talk about uninterrupted time to talk about the Chiefs. I'm going to talk about the 49ers, and we're just going to have to say why we think these teams will have a chance going forward to be a contender. Okay? And you just got a minute or two to go and bloviate and do your thing. You guys, if you want to put in the comments a team that we should be talking about next week, we'll do that. Okay? And we'll have to give the reasons why, not what their problems are, but why they have a chance still. Long season left. Okay? So, Trent, you ready?
Yep.
Why are the Eagles a contender?
It's easy. Listen, we could lose the next 5 games, and I would still tell you the most talented roster in the NFL is still the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay? I don't care who you look at, what team you're talking about. We could have 3 guys on IR, 2 guys on the PUP list. We could have 1 guy with no hamstring taped to his leg. Okay? And the talent on the Eagles roster is still number 1 in the league. Now, do we have a lot to figure out? And a lot of weaknesses? Yes. Just because you have talent doesn't mean that the talent's all rowing the boat in the same direction. Currently, right now, we have some players that are rowing in different directions, okay? And some players just aren't rowing at all. And some players are hurt. We actually had some very bad injuries that are leading to some issues on the defensive end. We had Jalen Carter out. We have some really good players that are going to come back from injury. Ultimately, like, if we can get the offensive system figured out, Kevin Patullo, I don't know what you're doing, man. Probably try to look into like a book that is for offensive coordinators. I don't know, maybe read up a little bit. But when you have the 3 best wide receiver, probably the 3 best wide receiver tandem in the league, and your receivers are running down the field for like 20 seconds and still no one's open, that's got to say something about your play calling, okay? If Jalen Hurts is sitting in the pocket and he can't find someone open after 10 to 20 seconds, and you have some of the best talent in the wide receiver world, there's something going on, okay? I don't know. I can't break it down, okay? I'm not a math magician, okay? I don't know what's going on there. But if you want to trust why we're still going to make the playoffs and we're still going to make the Super Bowl,
Okay.
it's because of talent.
All right. So I want to just add to that real quick. I know what you guys need to do then. According to what you just said, you guys need to make a trade with the Miami Dolphins and get Mike McDaniel to come over and be your offensive coordinator.
Can you do that?
Yeah, you can trade for coaches.
Yeah, but can you do that in the middle of the season?
Well, they're going to fire him anyway.
Wait, could you actually do that?
I would try it.
Wait, can you trade for a head coach to a coordinator position?
Why wouldn't you?
Is that allowed?
If we're being honest, if anyone's gonna try to do some stupid stuff like that, it's gonna be the Eagles.
I would think Mike McDaniel would solve your because that is where he's a genius. He is so good at play calling. But anyway, I don't know. I've never heard of
too cooked out nowadays.
I've never. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Miami's been a little rough for that guy. Actually, that would be kind of cool because Vic Fangio was the defensive coordinator in Miami.
look at that. Look at that. The reunions. Anyway, because you're right. Those guys are very talented receivers, and either they're not going all out in their routes or their route system is terrible. And you lost your offensive coordinator, so this is all new. And that's where we don't know where teams are. I mean, losing your offense or defensive coordinator can be significant because they're learning everything new.
It says it can be done during a season.
It also
I think wouldn't that be awesome?
Another thing for the Eagles is,
Although
I think,
it's hard to insert a lot of plays during the middle of the season.
I
but
think
Yeah.
I think Jalen Hurts kind of forgot how to throw the football this year.
he forgot how to
Listen,
throw.
I will
he
say
really-
this. I
he
don't
really
want to
likes-
talk about this too much.
He
I don't
really
want to talk about
likes
this too much.
to just
But I
take
will
off
say,
on it.
he has overthrown a couple wide receivers this year, and I'm like, oh, son of a biscuit. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Well, at least your quarterback can walk and doesn't have a big toe problem. So, okay, Cameron, I am going to let you. We don't know. They're 2-3 right now. They could be 3-3 or they could be 2-4 in a few hours. But why will the Chiefs be a contender?
The Chiefs will be a contender because I pray really hard every night. I send up big prayers every night. I say, "Dear Lord, please help Patrick Mahomes to throw the football. Please
To the right.
help Travis Kelce realize that Taylor Swift is bad for him and he remembers how to play football again. Please help our defense to learn how to stop letting teams score at will. And
I will.
I pray that Pacheco stops fumbling the football. No, honestly, I think Rashee Rice coming back is going to help.
Mm-hmm.
Our defense
That is huge because
our
he's a
def-
number one wide receiver.
Yeah, our defense is good.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of need to get back on their feet. I think we kind of got punched in the mouth starting the season, and we've kind of reeled back from that. And I think we just need to kind of get our footing back and start like getting a little more gritty with our games. I don't know. I as obnoxious and egotistical as it is, we are the Chiefs. We're probably going to make the playoffs. We probably will win a couple playoff games. It's not crazy to say that we could make the Super Bowl. But at the same time, I also don't want to use that as like my say all be all. Like, well, we're the Chiefs, so we're going to make it. Like, it's got to run out at some point.
I don't think it's this year.
I think Travis Kelce is declining incredibly fast. Either that or he's having the same sort of season that Mark Andrews had last year, where he just sucks a lot. I think if we trade Travis Kelce away, and we trade him for like, I don't know, a Dallas Goedert,
What type
Mark
of
Andrews,
Yeah, but what type of
Darren Waller.
compensation could you get for Travis?
Well, he is, as teams see him, a very good talent.
I know, but he's
It's the
so
same.
old.
Well, think about like what they got for Darren Waller. Like, he was declining. They still got a ton for him.
Well, actually, he was retired, and they still got a ton for him.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even to say that, you know,
So
Like-
you said it though. Rice coming back will make a big difference. When
Yeah,
you have
Rice
and then you
coming
have
back.
Worthy
we have
as your
Worthy
deep
and we
threat.
have Hollywood Brown. Like,
Yeah.
we have a good receiving core.
and a certain.
I wish we didn't let MVS walk. I really like MVS. I really liked him for our team. There's certain players sometimes.
he caught a ball today.
good for him.
He's not very
there's,
good.
There's
I don't think.
sometimes where you see a player and you're like, man, this guy's not very good. You know, he's inconsistent. He's this and that. And then you put him on the right team in the right sort of
Offense.
environment, and they perform well. And I think that MVS was one of those players that performed well for us. I mean, I could name dozens of players that, you know, in different scenarios, but it's one of those things where, like, you give away these people because you don't want to pay for them, and they're not giving you like these crazy stats. But I think back to the movie Moneyball, like the whole concept of that movie, like one of the major lines is like talking about who they want to draft and why they want to draft him, or why they want to pick him up. Basically, they're not drafting him, but and the thing is he gets on base. Like, he's a consistent player. You're going to get what you need out of him every time. He knows his place. He knows what he is built to do and what his position is on that offense, and he does it. And that's why Tyreek Hill ultimately had to go, because he forgot his place on the team. He wanted more.
I got a question. There's no way Miami brings him back one more year, right?
Who?
Tyreek.
Tyreek.
He's got to.
I don't think he'll.
He's got to be coming back to Kansas City.
I don't know if he'll come back to Kansas City.
My
guess is he'll end up with the Steelers or something stupid.
Something crazy.
I don't know why it seems like every player that is declining goes to die on the Steelers. They go, I have nowhere else to go. Nothing's working out. Let's go be a 500 team, and I'll just be mediocre for the rest.
I'm gonna be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
It's just
Hey, they're doing good right now.
All right. Well, okay. So here's what I want to do. I'm gonna have to go here in just a second, and I'm gonna have to talk about my 49ers. It's gonna take me a little bit, so I'm gonna try to get into it. I've got to do the best I can. But I do want people, if they would like us to talk about their team, put in the comments, talk about this team, and we will say why we think your team will have a chance. If we can even find a way.
If you are the Jets, do not put a comment. I will not be talking about the Jets.
There are some teams that will be banned from that conversation. The Saints. Don't even ask us any questions. The Jets. Don't ask us.
I could figure out a way to say the Saints.
Dolphins. Thanks for playing. No. So there's a few teams that we're gonna say no. But I'm gonna talk about the 49ers. So this is hard because I just watched us. We just entered the game. We were just obliterated with injuries. But here's how the 49ers can have a chance. Their only opportunity is that they actually could make the playoffs, and they have 4 wins already. So they're undefeated in the NFC. So they have a chance to get into the playoffs. They need to get healthy. They'll get an all-pro back in Mustafa. That's a big deal from the safety standpoint. Their only opportunity is if Warner can come back even towards the end of the regular season. If he's done for the year, they're done. There's no chance, okay? But if he can come back, they have Nick Martin, a rookie that I'm actually looking forward to playing. It can give them depth opportunity. Their rookies are getting a lot more playing time. They will be getting back, like I said, Mustafa. They will be getting back Barch, a guard. They will be getting back Jennings just came back, but they're going to get Kittle back. They're going to get Ayuk, will be serviceable, hopefully, by the end of the season. They will get Pearsall back. They've got a lot gone, and they're still at the top of their division. So their best odds, get in, and Purdy's coming back. So when you get all of that stuff back, you have a puncher's chance. And in the NFC, I don't see anybody going away with it right now. Tampa Bay looks really good. The 49ers were in the game with nobody playing against them at Tampa Bay today. The Eagles and the Tampa Bay are kind of neck and neck. If the Eagles get their running game down and they can protect and get some receivers open, they're going to be hard because they're a much superior team. But the 49ers, that's the way they have their best opportunity, is no more injuries, get these people healthy, then you have more depth on your team. And when you have more depth, you can do more things. So that would be how I think they can do it. So that going forward, I want to now talk about something.
I love delusion.
And sometimes it's the best we got as fans is delusion. It's all we got is hope, even if it's false hope. But I want to talk about something that happened last week. Coach Gannon, Arizona Cardinals, totally can empathize with how he felt. You have a running back, what's his name, DeMarcado or something like that. He's running. The game is almost over, and then he breaks a 70-yard touchdown. He drops the ball at like the 1-inch line, fumbles it. So
DeMarcado.
Something like that. So he drops the ball. Inexcusable at the NFL level. If I was a high school coach, I would go ballistic, right? College, I would go to the next level. And at the pros, I'd go to the Gannon level.
Yeah.
So he fumbles it, and the whole thing fell apart for them after that. and they end up losing the game. And this could be potential playoffs for them.
Yeah.
It was a massive loss against a bad team. They end up getting an interception, and then they fumbled it, and it ends up in the end zone. It's just a nightmare. Yeah, I actually felt for the guy. But when the running back came to the sideline, Gannon gave him like a push, punch, whatever it was.
It was aggressive.
It was very aggressive. Okay, I've seen it in high school. I watched a coach take a player in practice down at our high school and took him across the field and chucked him in the blackberry bushes. That happened in high school.
That's so aggressive.
And we have Steve Thayer, our friend. He's on the team. We have people that will bear witness to this. So that was old school high. That was high school. That was junior high football. Okay. Anyway, 7th grade. So I want to know, do you think he deserved to be fined for what he did?
Yeah, you get fined $100,000.
That is a big. He lost some money.
That's a
there.
good amount of money.
That's a big deal.
That we're not talking about a player getting fined
Now,
$100,000. This is a coach getting fined $100,000.
I do like the idea of coaches being held accountable. I don't think they should be above the law. But I also understand where the guy was coming from. He's trying to get his attention, and football is more of a violent game. Do you think he should have been fined?
Yes.
Do you think he should have been fined that much?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he handled it right, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he actually did a pretty good job. Now, I will say this. Jonathan Gannon was a Philadelphia Eagles defensive coordinator
Okay.
for a long time. And Jonathan had some situations like this in the past.
So he's got a little temper.
Yeah. Well, which is why, even though he was highly praised for his defensive action or coordinator actions with Philadelphia, there was a lot of people who wanted Jonathan out. In fact, if he wouldn't have gotten the head coaching opportunity in Philadelphia or in Arizona, he was probably going to get fired.
Yeah.
So
the pressure on him then is boiling, right?
Yes.
Because he knows this is it.
yes,
This is his opportunity,
this is his opportunity, and he's probably not going to get another head coaching opportunity.
and this might have cost him the playoffs.
Yep. And no, he's had a rough. He's not always had a perfect past. So I'm not surprised by this. But do I think how he handled it was good? Yeah, no, he actually handled it very well. I think he owned up to his mistake. Think he probably won't make that mistake again, at least not in front of camera. But yeah, I mean, this is not great. I do sympathize with him a little bit.
Yeah.
When you're frustrated.
Yes, I agree. I do think you can't put your hands on players.
No, you can't.
And if players do that, they're toast. They're gone for many games.
Yeah.
Just think if the same thing would have happened from a player doing that to a coach.
Yeah.
Would he have only been fined
Well,
$100,000?
Travis Kelce, I don't think he's ever been fined for it, but
That's
he's
true.
pushed Andy Reid
But
multiple times.
yeah, that did happen last year.
It happened this year too.
Oh, did it happen
Yeah.
this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, okay. Outside of the shake it off Swifty play, I think typically if a player touches a coach, I think they're going to be probably not on the team anymore.
Yeah.
For the most part. So anyway, okay. So we got baseball. We are in the playoffs. We're in the Final Four. I just got to say this right now. A couple things that stood out to me. One of the cool things, there's a fan from our local area, Longview, Washington, travels to Detroit. He makes a shirt in his house that says dump 61 here.
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting in the front row of center field by himself, all surrounded by Detroit fans, and a ball. Cal Raleigh hits a home run into the, just over the fence, and it goes into the bullpen, bounces up to him. And I thought it was the coolest thing. So he's celebrating, he's excited, he's got it. It came right to him of all the people. And then he takes his shirt off, and he's got another shirt on that says
Dump 62.
Dump 62 here. It was so awesome. So I thought that was really cool. That's on one side of baseball. And then I'm going to go the other side into the National League, which was, I hate seeing this stuff. You got a rookie reliever in. I think it's like Orion Kirkering or something like that. He has pitched a million innings. Ball goes to him. 2 outs against the Dodgers for the series.
Don't get me started.
For the series, and he makes a bang play, and all he had to do was get it and throw to first base, and he had him easy.
Yep.
And he panicked and he threw it home because there's
This
a
is
runner
such
on
a
third.
Philadelphia thing.
And Philly loses, and they're out, and you just see him look down, and I just think,
Philly
oh my
sports fans
gosh.
have it so rough. I don't want to hear anyone. I don't want to hear any other city fans complain. Okay, Philly sports fans have it so rough.
That is
We had to
brutal.
We have to watch the 76ers and the Phillies.
No, you know who has it worse?
Who?
Chicago.
The Cubs did have it pretty bad
Well,
too. There's
yeah.
a few franchises that have
The
it tough.
Cubs.
But how does this
And the
guy
Bears.
recover?
And
I
the
mean, can
Bulls.
you imagine this rookie?
And the Whitehawks.
That is hard to recover from this.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's not sleepy. And Philly isn't, brotherly love. I think there's a lot of sarcasm behind that thing.
Oh no, he probably got held up at a convenience store later that night.
I mean, jeez. And the Phillies had a legit chance to win it all.
Yeah.
And they're out. And oh my gosh.
I actually was thinking about this the other day. Remember,
my
when
word.
we were walking home from the stadium,
Yes.
and we had to walk super far to get away from the traffic.
Yeah.
And like the neighborhoods we're going through, like they're the nice neighborhoods of Philadelphia, but
Yeah.
like all the houses still have bars on the windows.
Yeah, that's a nice neighborhood. I also remember going to Philly and saying, hey, who has the best cheesesteak? Remember?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, no doubt about it. There's this one place, but you don't want to go there. It's the bad side of town. Not worth the cheesecake. It's really good, but you might not make it alive. So we're like, okay, where is the place I can walk away from cheesecake? The C Factory. And anyway, but yeah, Philly has some places that you just probably don't want to be. So, okay, so we have the Blue Jays and the Mariners. The Mariners in 15 innings makes it. So for us locals, that's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. That game went on and on and on and on and on. Do you think the Mariners are going to pull it out versus the Blue Jays and actually get to participate in a World Series, or the Blue Jays going to win it all? At least in the American League.
There's absolutely no shot they beat the Blue Jays.
Okay.
No offense, but like,
Yeah. They had a good run.
like Detroit wasn't that good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They squeaked it.
You know what I'm saying?
They
Like they
squeaked
squeaked it out with a team that
Okay.
wasn't very good. Like they're playoff good.
So then they need to just say, hey, we had a good year.
Yeah.
Okay. All
But,
right.
I mean, the Mariners should be super happy. Okay.
Yeah, it should be.
They should be very, very happy about what they've done.
Yeah.
They've been incredible. But this is more like this is more like when who was it that beat the Lions last year in the playoffs? It was Washington or the Rams? Was it
The Rams.
was the Rams. Okay. That was like when the Rams beat the Lions in the playoffs last year. It's a good feel good moment, okay?
Yeah.
Did
Nobody thought Rams were going to the Super Bowl.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's what we're getting at. All right,
Okay.
we're good. We're on the same page.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. All right.
But huge for the Mariners.
yeah.
Proud of them. Was it 25 years?
Yeah.
20 something years?
Yeah, it's
24.
It's been a long.
It's 2001.
road. That poor franchise needs a World Series appearance.
Yeah.
Appearance, I should say.
Do you think let's just spitball here. Okay. If they made the World Series, do you think that the franchise would maybe merge into actually putting money in
To the team.
into the team and like maybe doing better?
They maybe will have to. They got Raleigh cheap for what he's doing.
Yeah.
They just signed him to a long-term contract, and if he had to sign this year, he'd make way more money.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be playing for
He
Seattle.
wouldn't be playing for
He wouldn't
Seattle.
play for Seattle, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they got
It'd be nice
Julio.
to see him.
They got Julio.
Julio's a real deal.
Who's the real deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a young player,
And he's
too.
young, and they got Cal.
Suarez.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's
they got
just
Munoz as a reliever. They got a decent
let's
little
just
team.
say they do make it to a series, okay?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, is the ownership gonna provide them the funds necessary to continue to be good?
Well, they don't seem to have the. I mean, their history says no.
Yeah.
And it depends. Are they about money and they fake like they are all in, or will they be all in?
Yeah.
guess
I mean,
we'll
that's the
find
hard
out.
thing to know. You don't know.
We don't know, but it's fun to see your local team actually win some games, win some meaningful games.
Absolutely.
And you're in a series, you have a chance.
As much as
You have
I'm
a
not
pitcher's
like
chance.
as much as I'm not like a real baseball fan, it was pretty cool to watch them.
Between
watch them win.
Suarez and Raleigh, 110 home runs. Two guys.
That's a
for the
lot.
season. That's insane. So pretty impressive. Excited to see them.
Okay. Oh, this is my question.
I think Dodgers are going to be in the World
MVP.
Series again. Yeah. Oh, Raleigh.
Who's the runner up? Is it Judge?
Judge. Judge. Here's why.
Do you think Judge will still win just because of who he plays for?
I don't know. That's a good question, but I'm going
Because
to tell you.
isn't baseball the MVP?
Yankees lose.
So
Isn't MVP still fan voted
I don't think so.
for baseball?
I don't know.
Oh,
We'll have to look that up.
No clue.
But I don't think it is. But here's the thing about Judge. Judge is a great player and has done great things for a long time. The hardest and most important position in baseball is catcher. You're the quarterback of the team. And do you know how many pass balls Cal Raleigh had the entire regular season?
Zero.
Until this last game. He actually had one in a pivotal moment that didn't cost him, fortunately. 0. So he is as good as it gets defensively at the most important position, and he hit 60. And if you put it into context, he hit 60 home runs versus the all-time record for a catcher was only 48. He blew the thing away.
yeah.
So I say Cal Raleigh. And I'm not, I root for the Mariners. I want the Mariners to do well. I'm a Giants fan. So, but I think Cal Raleigh deserves MVP.
Cool.
For both sides. Cameron, what do you
Leave her
think?
there.
Cal Raleigh or Judge? Your vote. It's tie. It's going up to you, Cameron.
Judge has always been a good regular season player, but in the postseason he tends to fall apart. This year he finally started to play good in the postseason. It didn't matter, but
I think
Cal Raleigh, I think just overall is a better player this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they just gave it to some Dodger player, though.
so.
It's Ohtani.
Well, in the National League, Ohtani had 56 home runs. Yeah,
I don't know.
National League,
It's hard to say that. I mean, Ohtani he's a once in a lifetime.
They
player.
also could give it to Vlad.
Yeah.
Vlad could get it.
Vlad, who is
I got an
still
actual
playing and
question.
playing great for
Do you
Blue
think?
Jays.
Do you think we'll ever see another Ohtani?
No,
Probably.
No.
I don't
They're
think so.
built. Well, from where he came from, they're probably building them over there. He could be a robot. We have no idea. He's an android.
So I just went and watched I saw his last home run of the season, and I mean that guy's impressive. He is impressive. I don't know. I will say this for Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge has to play well or the Yankees lose. Ohtani in
Aaron
the playoffs.
Judge played well, and the Yankees still lost.
No, I'm just saying he has to play well for them to win, though. Ohtani in the World Series didn't play that well. He's had playoff series multiple times, but they have so many players with the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman comes up. You just got player after player after player. And so it is hard to be the guy that has to do it all. Michael Jordan did not win until he got Scottie Pippen. And Michael Jordan was a freak of nature before and after. But when you have to do everything, it's hard. And when he got Scottie Pippen, who's probably, in my opinion, top 5, if not number 1 most underrated player in the NBA, it was all different. So anyway, different sport. But okay, last thing we just talked about, go back to football. Cameron, you wanted to mention this. The rookie of the year right now in the NFL has to be Cameron.
Cam Scatterbo.
Okay. All right.
Tell me
Mr.
not.
Mr.
It's not even
CTE
close
himself.
yet.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
He's gonna have to do way more.
He is the
As of
clear.
right now.
I think he is the
I
clear.
could name-
I think he's the clear front runner.
I think there's a good chance he could win. I'm not saying
Yes.
that you're wrong. I'm
who's
saying
winning
right
it
now,
over?
as of this
Abuko,
moment, he's not
of
that high.
The receiver for the Bucks has
Emeka
played well,
Egbuka.
but he just got
Tyler
hurt.
Warren.
Warren has played really well.
Tyler Warren's
they're
probably
not-
number
they're
1
never-
tight end in the league
they are
right
never-
now, and he's a rookie.
They're
He
never
is
going to give it
awesome.
to.
Yeah.
They're never going to give it to a tight end.
Didn't they give it to Brock Bowers last year?
No,
Who'd they give it to
he got
last year?
snubbed.
So
Brock Bowers should have got
So
it last
tell
year.
me
They're
about
not going to give it to a
Scatterbo.
tight end.
What do you
What?
think about him? Do you think
Cam Scatterbo?
Yeah, what do you think? Isn't
My
he fun to
favorite-
watch?
He's fun to watch. I love the energy he has. I think my favorite thing is I saw a video and it was like, I just want to know, how does Cam Scatterbo keep clearing concussion protocols?
I know.
Like, how does that guy? And the guy was like, I think he's just at a constant baseline of having a concussion. So whenever they check him for having a concussion, it just looks the same. He just always has a concussion.
Yeah.
But He's one of those guys we talked about it last week. He'll like go out of his way to hit people.
Yes.
Like he's like,
oh yeah,
he'll have a wide open field and there'll be a guy on the other hash
no.
mark and he's gonna turn left towards the other guy.
He's a ram.
Yeah, he's
I actually agree with this
so
list. So this is Vegas betting odds. This list is not perfect, but I somewhat agree with it. This is pretty good.
Okay.
There's a Mika Buka at the top. That makes sense. He should be number 1 right now. For now.
Yeah, but he just
will
got
it
hurt.
stay there? Will it stay there?
He's
Probably
got a
not.
hamstring.
But he should be number 1 right now. Then it's Jackson Dart. I don't necessarily agree with that
Dart.
one. I don't know that Dart should be that high yet.
Okay, because he hasn't played as many games.
I don't know.
Yes.
He beat the Chargers in his first game, and then he beat the Eagles.
That is pretty good. I'll give him that.
It's
That's
a good
pretty good.
start. It's a good start.
But all these other guys have played
all the
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Ashton Genty, that makes sense.
Genty's coming on.
He's
Yep.
coming on. He had 2
Yep.
really good games.
Yep.
Tyler Warren, he's a stud.
He's a stud.
I could see him being legit, but
Yep.
he's a tight end, less of a hot shot position. Tedderole McMillan.
He had 2 tutties today.
Yeah, he's good.
But that
he's
was
not,
just today.
Yeah, he's not really playing like
not
a
there,
superstar yet.
but good.
Quinshawn Judkins, he's had some really good games, and he's had some, he's playing all right games. And then there's Cam Scatterbo.
Scatterbo.
Yeah.
I think Scatterbo.
What
think
does Scatterbo
Scatterbo's-
have for overall yards? And he had 3.
It's not a lot.
He had 3 touchdowns.
This is the
last
thing
game.
about Scatterbo is they're gonna label him as a touchdown merchant. Scatterbo current
He plays running back like a fullback.
yards.
Yeah. Oh,
But that's
man.
this is the thing is no matter what,
He's a bowling ball.
he has 338 yards on 82 attempts.
Okay, so that's probably like 75 yards a game.
Yeah, roughly.
And how many touchdowns does he have?
1 second.
5?
4.1 yards per carry, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
He has 5 touchdowns.
It doesn't say for some reason.
Okay. So
He
he
has
has
at least 3 from
5.
this week.
He has 5 touchdowns.
He has at least
So-
3 from this week.
yeah,
So the
Shout
thing
out
he's
Philadelphia.
gonna
touchdown a game.
the thing he's gonna struggle with is no matter how good he ends up playing, if he doesn't have the yards matching the touchdowns, people are gonna give him a hard time about that. That's the only reason. Like awards wise, that's where he's gonna struggle with.
Okay.
He could have 20 touchdowns, and they're gonna be like, well, he still had only like 50 yards per game.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Okay. You watch Thursday Night Football. At the end of Thursday Night Football, a big thing they've been doing was Fitzpatrick, and they're all yelling in the crowd all the time. They want him to take his shirt off. So he's done it a few times. He's taken his shirt off, and you had Scatterbo he's interviewing last game, and Scatterbo does the Hulk Hogan. He rips his shirt off.
Yep.
And then you have Fitzpatrick doing it, and they gave each other chest bumps, and it was a little uncomfortable to watch. I'm going to be
those
honest with
two
you.
are so funny.
But it was fun. It is fun to watch them.
Scatterbo
They both
and
need to
Dart.
shave.
I
They
love-
did the Thursday night
love-
football thing together. I thought
I
that
saw
was so
way
great.
too much back hair.
I love the story about Scatterbo and Jackson Dart meeting for the first time. The first time they ever met, apparently Scatterbo just went up and headbutted Jackson Dart.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just like first time meeting him, no handshake, no nothing. Just
The rookie
headbutted him.
franchise quarterback. Bam.
And then to
Totally believe that story. I
to make
totally
it
believe
even
that.
better, on the flight to New York after the draft, Jackson Dart fell asleep and he woke up to Cam Scatterbo giving him a wet willy on the plane. They're just
Yeah.
now
They have
every
such
time-
a connection.
Every
It's
time
so
they're
fun.
on the field or every time they're right next to each other, they just headbutt
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, they're
you know?
always just headbutting each
And
other. I'm like,
Cam
this is
Scatterbo's
great.
just yelling. He's just woo
Yeah.
all the time. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, well, they had Dart went in for a concussion. The same thing happened. The
Scatterbo
49ers
went in for
threw
a
both.
concussion.
Okay, I
And
have to
they're-
talk
they
about
have to
this.
get in line.
I have to
go
talk
get
about this.
concussion.
Did you guys see what happened with the whole?
Yeah, I don't understand exactly. I understand that Brian Daboll got in trouble because he's not supposed to go over there.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why he was upset and going over there in the first place.
Well, it's because he had to put Russell Wilson back on the field. So Jackson Dart goes out. They have to put him through concussion protocol.
Right.
So they put him in the tent, and then Russell Wilson goes on the field, throws an absolute duck of a pass.
Throws it like 8 yards.
Yeah. It was
so bad.
18
Anyways,
yards.
So Jackson Dart's in the tent. He's getting checked out. It's going too slow. Dayball's like, hurry it up. I got to get Jackson Dart back on the field.
Yeah.
He's yelling, blah, blah, blah. He eventually goes over to the tent, tries to pull Jackson Dart out. They're like, you can't be over here.
Yeah.
He's
going to get a
yelling.
huge fine for that.
Yeah.
And then Cam Scatterbo goes to the tent and kicks everyone else out of the tent and just pulls Jackson Dart out of the tent and clears him himself, basically. He's like, no, he's good, and pulls Jackson Dart out, and they win the game. It's great. I
will
love it.
say this: Jackson Dart has a lot of guts, but he's going to get himself hurt. I mean, the way he plays, because he goes.
I love it.
He and Scatabo are very similar.
I love
but
it.
for a quarterback, I'm worried. I mean, he was going after he came out of the tent. He was diving headfirst towards people.
Yeah.
So I hope he doesn't get hurt.
He's
but
reckless.
But he is
He
reckless.
He's playing in the NFL like you play in college.
I can see why him and
He's
Scatabo are
He's
buds.
played reckless all through when he was in college and everything.
yeah, that's just
Oh
who
my
he
gosh.
is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was fun. Week 6 is not in the books yet, but for us it is. And we'll see who wins between the Chiefs tonight and the Lions. And then we got Monday night. We
Game
got
update.
baseball.
It's currently 0-0.
It is all tied up.
It's all tied up. Almost the end of the first quarter. It's still 0-0.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Please hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for supporting us.